By 1804, Napoleon had everything. He was not just the leader of France, he was the master of Europe, but power invites enemies. At sea, Britain crushed his navy at Trafalgar. So he turned to economics, closing Europe's ports to British trade. But enforcing control brought new problems. In Spain, the people rose up. Guerrilla fighters bled his army dry, and British troops, led by Wellington, joined the fight. Still, he marched on. In 1812, he invaded Russia with 600,000 men, but the Russians gave no battle. They burned their cities and waited for winter. He reached Moscow only to find it empty, burning, and when the snows came, his army began the long retreat. Fewer than 1 in 10 would survive. Europe smelled blood. At Leipzig, in the Battle of Nations, Napoleon was finally broken. In 1814, he gave up the throne and was exiled to a tiny island called Elba. But the emperor was not done. In 1815, he returned to France. No blood was shed. His old army welcomed him back. One last gamble, one last battle, Waterloo. He sent in his elite guard. They were legends, but they broke. And with them, so did his empire. Napoleon was exiled again, this time for good. To a rock in the middle of the Atlantic. There, he spent his final years writing, watching the world move on. He had risen from nothing, redrawn maps, rewritten laws. And yet it ended alone in silence. The man who crowned himself could not escape the cost of a crown. The legacy of Napoleon Bonaparte lives on. Follow tales of history for more stories that shaped our world.